that result to end in a draw at the Bernabeu, a controversial draw, I would say, Rodri. You were there. The controversy was the fact that Girona were awarded a penalty. And even Marco Asensio, because it allegedly came off of his arm, he even came out, he even posted the clip on his Instagram after and said, you know what, even he doesn't even know what is considered as a handball anymore. So how do you feel? Were Real Madrid robbed in this one?
Well, first of all, Real Madrid is not at the peak of their form, which is something that we already mentioned before in this podcast series. Secondly, I understand, all this anger from Real Madrid supporters and even from Real Madrid players and staff against the referee. But at the end of this controversy, we're talking about the rules, and I think that the referee, he applied the rules in a proper way. So that's why, sometimes I don't really understand these kind of complaints about, all the players and all the even Ancelotti. I interviewed him right after the game, and he said that the penalty was invented by the referee. So that's why, I was like, kind of,
do you think
shocked.
It was a penalty?
I didn't see that as a penalty because, it's like a rebound in which, first of all, the ball touches the chest, and then it goes to Asensio's hand. And I understand that is never a penalty, but the rule says that is a penalty, and they know, because the referees at the beginning of the season, they try to explain all the players, team by team. They travel, and they explain the players from the referee side what is a penalty and what is not a penalty. So that's why, if you take the rule, that is a penalty. And for example, if talking about the disallowed goal that Rodrigo Goes scored, that's also a rule. So that's why, they apply the rules in a proper way. I don't really understand these complaints about, and these, strong sentences by Marco Asensio, maybe not Carvajal, but Carlo Ancelotti, who is a proper guy. He's always gently, and he's close to the people and close to the referees. He said that the penalty was invented. What happens to Real Madrid? I know that they're not in shape, and they fell against Girona, who is kind of a team that is about to avoid relegation. But come on, man, don't complain about these.
I think, I'm not saying that I want to side 100% with Real Madrid and Ancelotti, but I kind of feel their pain there. I do, because I think it's not the referee's fault. I know everyone's quick to go and blame the referee, but it is the rules. Those are the rules. I think that, first of all, was never a pen. In my opinion, from what I think, or what we used to be taught was a penalty or a handball, that was never one. I don't think his hand was in a completely unnatural position or anything like that. It was almost like, what else did you expect him to do? Cut his arm off or something? He couldn't have done that. Yes, I understand. I think the rule books, once again, which is not just in La Liga, but I think everywhere, we see it a lot in the Premier League here, that one day something's a handball, the next day the exact same thing is not a handball. One day something, is a foul that constitutes a red card, the next day it's not. One thing's offside. I don't even know what offside is anymore. It seems like everyone just guesses. But I think the rule book needs to go out the window. I think it's rough. I understand with Real Madrid fans why they would feel hard done. The goal being disallowed by Rodrigo, I did agree that definitely didn't look like it constitutes as a foul, but I think the penalty was hard done. Eventually, though, I think that's just frustration speaking. Real Madrid being Real Madrid at the Bernabeu should have definitely taken care of Girona a lot easier than it was. Props to Girona. They celebrated and breathed a sigh of relief after. That just shows you how big of a result that draw was for them.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.